Boys and girls, this is the Undisputed Era. Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, and you're listening to Going In Raw, baby.
This is Shayna Baszler, and you're watching Going In Raw.
This is the knockout artist, Cassius Ohno, and you're Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
Welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to. Two cage matches headlined NXT this week. And I'm not going to say necessarily NXT is back on track, but it was certainly a much more inspired episode, including a pretty cool swerve at the end than the last couple weeks.
It was a show that, it was bookended by some good stuff, and there was occasional moments in between. But, by and large, it was a bunch of stuff that kind of didn't matter a whole lot.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that, the majority of the stuff was pretty cool. I thought Johnny Gargano's interview was pretty cool. I thought they got him to a lot better spot than he has been with his sort of explanation, not explanation.
Yeah.
I like that.
Let me ask you this. Did they know what it is, or are they still trying to figure it out, and so they keep on pushing about what the reason is?
No. I think they know. I think it's pretty clear. I think it's just the whole sort of... I still think it's probably building towards loser leaves NXT. I think it's still where it's going to. This feels like it's going to be their last hurrah that they never really got to tell. And I know we've sort of said, yeah, do we really need to go back there? But I think that this week was sort of the first big signal that, okay, we're heading in a direction. And then, of course, the big deal at the end, Velveteen Dream is aiming at Adam Cole's gold, the Cole Gold. He wants that Cole Gold, and he wanted it so bad. It was a ruse to take on Roderick Strong in this cage, knowing that the Undisputed Era was going to come out there, and he just was fine losing it. He chucked Roderick Strong out of the cage so that he could be locked in there with Adam Cole. I thought it was a masterfully executed main event finish there.
Yeah, it was fun.
I thought that was really, really cool.
We got to have a conversation with Austin Theory about the best NXT star ever. After Swerve was 100% right, dude. You had 3 matches here.
Oh man, Austin Theory, he might be the most promising going in Raw wrestler of the year that we've ever had, because I'm pretty sure by 32, by the time we're in our 50s, this guy's going to be cock of the walk. He's going to be fantastic.
But right now, he's kind of skirting low-key Baron Corbin territory.
Yeah, but he's actually a decent wrestler.
He is a decent wrestler.
That match with him and
Swerve was good.
Swerve was really good, and I'm kind of bummed out that Swerve lost it.
Yeah, I am too.
But yeah, that we'll get there, and there's plenty of comedy there to mine, because that was pretty funny. The all-day stuff cracks me up. That stuff just cracks me up. But yeah, no, I thought that it was. I think especially because NXT for the past couple weeks, ever since Takeover Portlandia, it didn't really come out in the strongest manner possible.
No.
But I thought that it was a pretty decent episode.
It was all right. It was an improvement over the last 2 weeks. But I don't know. I still feel like since Takeover, their episodes, NXT's episodes, have felt a lot more like NXT UK, where a bunch of stuff happens, really good main event. A bunch of stuff happens, really good main event. And I don't know, the last 3 weeks still feel like that. Where the meat of the episode, the middle of the episode, it hasn't been as meaty as we saw pre-Takeover.
Yeah.
There's episodes of NXT leading up, especially this last Takeover, was everything in it felt essential.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Finn Balor had the most kind of generic promo.
I like that he was watching.
I know he's got his iPad. He's talking in chess metaphors. Yeah, I get all that.
Yeah, that was his next move.
I want to see him chopping people at restaurants. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that'd be cool. He says, "Hey, is anyone here in this restaurant named Walter?" And some old man says, "My name's Walter."
Chop.
Does one of those neck chops.
Yeah, there you go.
Every once in a while.
You go. Double overhand Keith Lee style.
I just don't know if we're gonna get that, but that's a cool idea.
No, we're not. We're not gonna get that. We're not gonna get.
That's a cool idea.
We're not gonna get Prince Devitt at all.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know why you're poo-pooing this so much. I think he's I don't know. I think he's kind of there. He's calling out Walter and stuff.
He's 55% of the way there.
Yeah, all right. It opened up with, by the way, before we kick off this recap, I got to remind people, if you're watching us on YouTube, smash that like button. Smash it. Let's try to get up to 505 likes today. And then hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click on that notify bell and you click all. And then if you're on the Patreon at patreon.com/Stephen Larson, or if you're not there, now would be a great time to go there because we have all sorts of great bonus content. If you enjoyed our 2K, WWE 2K stuff, that's where we're continuing on Fun and WCW and We Book Raw all in one universe.
You got that right.
Oh, wow. I think we do have actually a couple new patrons. I'll save those for the news brief today. I'll save that for that.
Are we doing news brief today?
Yeah, we should. Probably should.
All right.
I know. We got a lot of stuff, man.
I know. We got a friend of Club TV. We got 10 for the win to shoot.
I know. We got a lot.
Oh, man.
We got to get through this review here. Anyways, let's kick it off with Tegan Nox versus Dakota Kai in steel cage.
Inside steel cage. I really still feel like this should have been main event, but given how the main event played out, I guess not.
Oh, yeah. No, God, man. That was like the top gold thing.
Yeah.
I think this should have played out in like, I don't know. They probably should have. One of these had to give. They couldn't. They really shouldn't have done. I mean, it was just goofy. Both matches were good. I have no problem with both matches.
Oh, they should have done the 2 cage matches. Like
one should be in a cage. Like the dream match in the Velveteen Dream match. They came upon a really cool story idea there where he locks himself in with Adam Cole. So maybe this match shouldn't have been in a cage in the first place.
This makes all the sense to be the cage because it was in the cage because
you got the heater out there.
Tegan Nox was trying to keep Raquel Gonzalez out of the equation.
You got the heater out there.
So it makes all the sense in the world for this to be a cage match.
Strap match, the other one.
No, they shouldn't have done two.
Then he takes the strap off. They
shouldn't have done 2 cage matches in the same episode.
Okay, well,
that's the answer.
I'm just trying to figure out which one should have.
What if they did this? What if this was the main event and then the Dream Roderick Strong would open the show and Dream takes the belt with him and throughout the whole episode, Adam Cole's trying to find Dream Man to get his belt back.
Okay,
that's the story that's running through the whole episode.
All right, there you go.
That ties it all together.
Then they get to the restaurant and Finn Balor's there chopping old men.
Yeah, and then Dream tries to buy his meal with the belt.
See, there you go.
There you go.
We booked it.
Booked it way better.
Well done.
Out of here, Triple H. We're in charge now.
You are not in control.
We are in control.
Anyways, this was a fun match. The finish, what did you think about the finish of this where Raquel Gonzalez is like, why are you just standing there pushing the door on her?
Against the door. I thought it was great. It was clever.
I thought it was very creative. Yeah, I thought it was very creative.
It's a situation where they take advantage of the fact that trying to climb out of the cage, strategically speaking, doesn't seem like the best idea.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And Tegan's just hanging out up there.
I thought they were going to do something really cheesy where like she tries to fall down and Raquel catches her and so she doesn't hit the ground and then Dakota Kai comes out.
Yeah.
But just sandwiching her with the door, I thought was really good.
Great.
Yeah.
It was great. Because really, you think about it logically, climbing out of the cage isn't the best way to escape the cage, period. It's the slowest way to get out there.
Oh, I agree totally. Person just mosey over to the door. Yeah.
I know.
I like that they kept Dakota Kai. They had her kick out of a shiniest wizard.
I know.
That was cool.
Really, though, like,
keep her strong.
Think about this logically. So you beat up somebody to such a degree that they can't get up. You have 2 options. You lay on top of them for 3 seconds and win, get a pin, or you take like 45 seconds to climb out of the cage. Which one are you going to do? You're gonna lay on top of them and get that 3-second pin, right?
Yeah, sure.
Done. Quick. Bang.
Yeah.
Instead of giving them time to recover and try to get up.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Like, I don't know why anybody would ever climb out of the cage.
No, I agree with you totally. Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It's the slowest way to
They always do. I hate that. They always do.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know. It's silly.
The only reason you should climb the top of the cage is to do more damage into your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
High risk.
Which is always like, yeah, it's a high risk to you.
Yeah.
Like you go up there, you're probably going to get hurt.
Yeah, but I guess the deal you're making is that, well, I might hurt myself, but hopefully I hurt my opponent more.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, yeah, it was a fun match. Towards the end, Nox is grabbing on to Dakota Kai's knee brace. They're really trying to make the knee brace a story beat here, a la Gargano Ciampa.
Yeah, there was also like an awkward spot where I was like, oh man, Tegan Nox is going to mess her knee up again.
Oh, yeah.
I think she like came off the cage or the top rope or something. Dakota like tugged her off.
Yeah. And then Nox uses the knee brace to roll up Kai. She kicks out. Nox headbutts her, climbs up the cage. Kai meets her up there, and Tegan Nox choke slams her off the top rope. She's climbing up the cage. Kai pulls her off, then kicks her a bunch. Nox responds with like a running uppercut into the corner. And so she runs back to another one. Dakota Kai runs and meets her there with a face wash. And then she runs to the other corner. And then Nox responds with a cannonball. It's pretty cool. Back and forth. Nox climbs up again, hits crossbody off the top of the cage on Dakota Kai. And then she's looking to escape through the door. And then Raquel Gonzalez pins the ref to the door.
That was so I'd like to say unintentionally, but something tells me that they understood the comedy of that spot.
Yeah.
Because he's all squished up against the cage, and like her chest is right here, so he's got like boob right on the side of his face. Comedically, it was a pretty effective spot.
Yeah. So Nox is right there, thinking, "Dang, this sucks." So Dakota Kai tried to kick her from behind. Nox moves, so Kai kicks the door into Raquel.
Yeah.
Nox hits a Shining Gist Wizard, and Kai kicks out of that. So Nox goes up, tries to escape through the door. Raquel Gonzalez gets on the apron. Nox kicks her, and then she climbs up the cage.
Mm-hmm.
Kai meets her. Nox kicks her off. And so Gonzalez, you mentioned, is below her. So she tries to pull Kai out. Nox kicks the door into Dakota Kai's knee.
Mm-hmm.
And when the door is swinging back over, Raquel pins the door against Tegan Nox's legs, and that allows Dakota Kai to escape the cage.
Yeah, pretty clever.
It was good.
After that, we had the aforementioned Finn Balor promo. He's looking at his iPad over what happened last week. And he said something about this being a chess game.
He talks chess, and he says, "So far, I've always made the first move." But he thanks Walter for forcing his hand.
I know your problem with this. He was making a chess metaphor and not a Connect Four metaphor.
It could be.
So I think that probably is the thing. Because imagine he's sitting there in front of a Connect Four thing. Click,
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 click. See, Walter, having a predicament where regardless where you go, I'm gonna get 4 in a row. You can go here, that sets me up there. You can go here, sets me up there.
Yeah. See, I think it'd be cool if it was all Uno metaphors.
It'd be good.
You know, it's like, and I've got draw 4.
Draw 4.
Yeah.
That'd be great. He says, "Thank you, Walter, for forcing my hand." And he's not gonna love.
He's like, because creative didn't have anything for me.
I know, but you're not gonna love my reaction.
Ooh, and he said it's gonna come sooner than later. We know you're gonna be at NXT.
Yeah,
UK.
no. Next,
those are airing this week, or were they already taped? How does that work? Tune into NXT UK for once.
Next, we had a Rhea Ripley video where she's at Raymond James Stadium.
This was really
site
cool.
Of WrestleMania,
because they did a really good job of just sort of grounding her and like relating how overwhelming this experience is. The view of the visage of the empty stadium is overwhelming. They did a really good job of showing just how epic.
Well, and that's what she says. Like, wow, there's a lot of seats here.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
And she went up to the pirate ship. That's cool.
Yeah, that was neat. And it was all really well shot. It was like on a nice camera with like good lenses and stuff. So cool.
After that, we had Shotzi Blackheart versus Chelsea Green qualifying match, being ladder match takeover
to get out of Rawgate Mutant.
Yeah. Before match began, Robert Stone comes out, introduces Chelsea Green. Shotzi has a pretty fast start, misses move, however, gets caught in the ropes. Green hits a backstabber, and then Chelsea pretty much dominated what was left of the match. Hit in I'm prettier, not
I'm prettier.
I'm prettier to get the win. She will be in ladder match.
That makes sense because like the opponent's head hits the mat. And then, like, even if you were pretty, now you're ugly because you have, like, a busted nose or, like, a black eye or something. Or, like, a tooth missing, you know. Well, that's just what I'm...
No, I understand what you're saying.
I'm prettier than you now.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Because you're ugly. Yeah. I'm saying you're ugly.
I think you are. It's fine. I don't take offense. I don't consider myself terribly handsome, so it's okay.
All right, fair enough.
After that, another Killer Cross vignette.
You know what's funny?
What?
Haven't seen one of these.
Really?
I keep on turning away.
They're really quick.
And this time, I heard it right when it was leaving. I was like, "Oh man!" And then it was dumb Mauro.
It's really short. These are really short. The one that ran later had a couple quick flashes of a 4 and a 7.
Oh,
so I guess April 7th, about a month from now.
What the day is WrestleMania?
It's before that. This will be the first takeover or the first NXT after Mania.
Okay, cool. Well, there you go.
So whoever walks out of
Mustafa Ali showing up in NXT
Tampa with the NXT title's got to deal with Killer Cross. It seems like
it may be. Unless they like do Keith Lee first.
That's possible. After that, we had a quick Dominik Dijakovic health update. He's got a hamstring hematoma.
Yeah. Was he week to week?
Yeah.
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 Well.
It's like gonna have some Arby nights in the future.
Am I on the card tonight? Am I cleared? No. All right.
Gonna be an Arby's night.
You can find me at Arby's. It's gonna be an Arby's night.
Next, Keith Lee promo. He talks about Dijakovic and Priest kind of jockeying for a title shot.
I've got one guy who wants to fight forever and another guy who wants to live forever. What's the deal with that?
It's a very Seinfeld setup.
It's gold, Keith.
It's gold, Keith.
He's interrupted by Cameron Grimes.
Yeah, who just won't shut up.
What cracks me up about Cameron Grimes in this situation, though, He's got the old-timey hat. He's got the vest with no shirt on it. It's like old-timey vest.
Yeah.
And then he's wearing like some like Adidas or something. He's got like black jeans, but then he's got like some super comfy like I don't think they're actually Ultra Boost or anything, but like some super comfy like walking
cool
shoes.
If they were Ultra Boost.
Yeah.
And so he says you're out here talking about Priest and Dijakovic, and you be talking about keep dropping my pens, Cameron Grimes, because I just beat Dominic Dijakovic. It took you 20 minutes to do the same thing. And Lee says to him, you just made the gravest mistake of your career. And Grimes just won't shut up.
Yeah, he just keeps doing it. And the crowd's like booing him. And then like Keith Lee's like he's about to talk. And then Cameron Grimes just starts talking again and they start booing him.
Keith Lee takes off his hoodie like he's about to throw down.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. And Grimes says, I have a North American title shot next week. He keeps going on. Lee just shoves him out of the ring and tells him he's going to whoop his ass.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a good stuff.
Not quite a pounce, but close enough. Next, Austin Theory interview. Oh, man.
This is sort of outside, like near a parking lot.
Yeah.
Or like maybe outside the Full Sail facility.
Something like that.
So he's like, hey, friendos, Austin here.
Yeah.
With another Matt Chat question.
Yeah.
And then what is he like? I'm already one of the, What?
He said I'm already one of the greatest in NXT history.
What?
He said I've only been here for a little bit, already one of the greatest in NXT history. And swears in the background. It's like, hold on.
Whoa.
You've had what, 4 matches?
Yeah.
Why don't we throw down tonight?
Yeah.
Swerve really should have beat him.
He really should have on the spot in front of that camera.
Yeah.
That'd be rad.
And then later on the match, too.
What if he just does the thing where he like sneaks up behind him and he like throws his knee into his knee?
Yeah.
And so he
and falls.
And he just awkwardly
and walks away.
The awkward tilt.
And walks away and says, don't look so great now, huh? While he tries to pull himself off the concrete.
Yeah. What if he just walked up to him and he just sort of looks at his hairline and then he looks back at him and Austin Theory's like, what? What did you look at? What was that? Nothing?
Not much. Not much.
Not much. Oh, wow. That's rude.
Next, Undisputed Era backstage. Adam Cole's giving his crew a pep talk.
At this point, do you think the pep talks are sort of just going in one ear out the next?
Yeah.
Because, look, Adam Cole, great promo. Really great. But if you hear it all the time, it's eventually going to lose its.
I feel like he should be doing a lot more than just pep talks at this juncture.
It's losing its luster,
I feel like half the time he's on NXT just giving the Undisputed Era pep talks.
Yeah.
And usually with these pep talks.
It ain't working, dude.
No. When he gives them pep talks, they look like fools. Because at the end of the show, they look like fools.
Yeah. Well, also, they're not usually paying attention. Like O'Reilly and Fish, they were still like shadowboxing each other or whatever it is. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're doing.
But then Cole says, bring it in.
Yeah.
So that's like your ears should perk up at least then.
Nah, man. They're worried about a package they had delivered.
They're like, gosh.
Sitting on their doorstep.
Wait until April so we can get out of NXT.
I want to get on SmackDown.
I know.
Pritchard assures us that he's got great ideas
for us.
on
the phone with him all the time, and he's like, Undisputed Era guys.
Yeah.
Know their names. Man, we got some great stuff for you. Just you wait.
Undisputed Era guys. Oh man.
Which one of you is
Which one of you is Michael Cole's kid?
Which one of you is the fish guy?
Look, I got a great idea. It's called Fisherman. And we've seen it. I've seen it on this Podunk YouTube channel.
Better yet, how about this? You're a fishmonger. And you toss fish. You toss fish to your fellow Undisputed Era members.
You're from Seattle.
Yeah.
You're from the fish market there in Seattle.
You're a fishmonger. You throw fish around. What do you think? You're Michael Cole's son. Cole's your last name, right?
Hold on. I got to go. Conrad's on the phone. All right. So after that, we had Undisputed Era versus Oni Lorcan and Dan Birch. And this was fun stuff.
Yeah, it was fine. But you knew that Undisputed Era were going to win. What really was fun was afterward, and you see grizzled young veterans get involved in the top tier tag title scene.
I love it.
That's what you want to see.
I love those guys.
So, because like we've seen Lorcan and Birch and Undisputed Era at a takeover, great stuff.
Didn't they just have this? Who fought?
This was like a tenth of that.
Who fought last week? Was it Forgotten Sons versus grizzled young veterans?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I know. I feel like I've seen this a million times.
Yeah, we've seen this a million times. We've seen it better a million times.
Yeah.
Not to say it was bad. Just wasn't as good as what we've seen before.
The problem with NXT continually is they set the bar so high.
Well, the finish was really cool because you had the Lorcan and Birch set up each member of Undisputed Era in a corner, and they were going back and forth, hitting blows on him. And then O'Reilly and Fish come tearing out of the corner and hit total elimination to get the win. That was cool. Anyways,
that was cool.
They start dropping a promo. KO says he really loves to win, but hey, we wonder where our tag title's at. Oh yeah, they're on an undeserving makeshift tag team, the
They're on the
loserweights.
Loserweights.
That's what Bob Fish said.
Yeah.
And he continues. Cole's out there taking care of business. Roddy is going to take care of business tonight. All that's left, they're interrupted by the Broserweights.
Yeah.
And
listen, geeks.
They take Broserweights.
Dweebs.
Broserweights.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were.
So they take a long-winded way of saying, yeah, we'll have a title match, and then they're attacked from behind.
That's
by
right. The
grizzled young veterans.
And
then so he said, listen to dweebs.
Listen, dweebs.
We don't care about your rematch clause. We're not here to wait for Regal to chime in. As far as we're concerned, it's out with the old, in with the new, soon to be recognized. The world's number one.
Yeah.
It was
God,
good.
I love Zach Gibson.
Next, quick shout to Velveteen Dream prepping for his cage match.
Yeah, dude.
Still with the fancy ambient light in the background.
Mm-hmm. Cheesy. Super cheesy.
After that, Isaiah Swerve Scott versus Austin Theory. The whole story of this match was Scott destroying one of Austin Theory's arms.
Yeah.
So much so that at the end of the match he couldn't use it. He should have won.
Yeah, I know. Because he could use it. He just did it with one arm, which just.
You have dude saying that I'm the greatest after 4 matches.
He's got
all day in his pants,
day.
and he's had real superstar in his pants too.
Not this time though. He had that picture of himself.
The combination of those 3 things means he should lose to Swerve, who's actually been there.
Yeah, right.
Who's been in more than 4 matches.
Who has a hand-drawn logo.
Yeah, that looks cool.
It does kind of look cool.
It looks cool. I'm not sure it fits him though.
Right. It doesn't. I've said this before, and I'll say it again because I love talking about this stuff. He obviously drew this, I'm assuming, while in history class.
Maybe.
Like on his little notebook.
Maybe his new gimmick should be Garbage Pail Kid.
It does. It totally looks like a Garbage Pail Kid.
That would fit.
That's good. Yeah.
Isaiah Swerve Snot.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
That's
Isaiah
it.
Swerve Snot.
That's what it should be.
Holy crap. That caffeine really works for you, buddy. That's good.
Woke me up. Anyways, like Austin Theory just hit like EC3.
I'm clipping that and putting it on YouTube,
right.
On Twitter, by the way.
Austin Theory hits EC3's finisher with one arm for the win.
Yeah.
It was a TKO.
And didn't he like smile at the camera when he did it too?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Give Swerve some respect.
A little bit. Give Swerve Snot some respect. Can we commission somebody to draw Isaiah Swerve Snot?
Sure.
Oh man, we'll
Yeah,
give
he
him.
totally should have won.
We'll
that.
pay him with some good exposure.
Anyways, that kind of ruined the episode for me. Anyways, next we another Killer Cross vignette. That's where the possible date of 4/7 was shown. So maybe after Mania he'll debut.
He should have debuted June 9th.
There you go, 6'9". Nice.
Nice. Because who doesn't want to see that with him and Scarlett? Oh man.
My God.
My nose is inches away from her beehole.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Next we had a Gargano interview with Mauro at the Performance Center.
Sorry. This makes me laugh now.
And so Mauro says, I want to know why. And Johnny's like, why? Everybody wants to know why.
Yeah. What do you think of Johnny's jacket in this?
I like the powder blue one better. I like that he kind of poked fun at it.
Yeah.
I like the powder blue one more. This
Yeah.
one looks like it want to be a Tron thing.
Yeah, it did. I like this better than the powder blue one, but I hated the powder blue one.
Oh, I love the powder blue.
Looked like he was going in for an interview.
It looks like he was trying to coach the North Carolina men's basketball team.
Yeah, but he's too
It's
short
something
for
like
that to
Roy
be
Williams would have
realistic.
worn.
Yeah.
In fact, I think Roy Williams does wear powder blue.
I think he
sports
does,
coat.
yeah.
And so Mauro asks him why. Johnny says, hey, Mauro, what do you think makes me tick? And Mauro says, oh, well, you're Johnny Wrestling. Mm-hmm. and Johnny's like, what, is that all I am to you, Johnny Wrestling?
Yeah.
And then Mauro's like, well, why the sneak attacks? And Johnny goes, what, sneak attacks? I haven't sneak attacked anybody. I looked him in the eye. Hell, last week I was wearing a powder blue sports coat. He knew I was coming.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
And prior to that, he's like outwardly resentful of Mauro saying, oh, I'm just Johnny Wrestling to you. You don't really know who I am.
Yeah.
Why'd you call me a turncoat last
Johnny
week?
Turncoat. And he's like, oh, it was in the moment. And he was like, oh, yeah, everything's in the moment with you, isn't it, Mauro?
Yeah.
He's
He gets
really
in his
getting in
face.
Mauro's face.
And he says, you know why, Mauro, you know why. But for you to say it, you have to admit that you're a liar. Mm. Are you a liar? Tell me you're a liar, Mauro.
I'm very uncomfortable now.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a pool of me right now.
Yeah, and he says tomorrow, you got to apologize. Look at this camera and apologize to these people for lying to him.
I'm having JBL flashbacks.
Yeah, I know. And he's like, I'm out of here. So he leaves, and then Johnny talks right to the camera, grabs it.
Hey, Tommaso.
He says, next week we're not doing things your way. We're gonna do things Johnny's way.
Johnny's way, yeah. So, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
It was fine, yeah.
Mauro was freaking out. Oh, I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now. You're acting like a Twitter troglodyte.
You did say that earlier in the show.
He did, yeah. They're beating each other up like a couple of Twitter troglodytes.
Main event time.
I'm sitting here sweating like Bernie Sanders on Super Tuesday. Velveteen Dream versus Roderick Strong was, of course, our main event in steel cage. It had been 2 hours, so we had forgotten that there was a steel cage match earlier in the show.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's sort of like WrestleMania this last year where the matches we wanted to see people win got booked far enough apart that we'd pop accordingly.
It's like a whole other pay-per-view.
All right, see if I can drop this pin on the ground, too.
There you go.
So Dream's out first. He gets in the cage. Strong comes out smartly wearing jeans.
Yeah, that's a good move on his
and
part.
A T-shirt.
Mm-hmm. Should have worn a helmet too.
And then so he gets inside the cage and just rushes right for Dream. He doesn't wait. No introductions. He just wants to fight immediately.
That's good.
Tosses Dream towards the cage. Dream catches it, gets in the cage, starts climbing up.
Mm-hmm.
Jumps off though with double axe handle, realizing that climbing up the cage to win is folly.
Bad move.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Strong later gains the advantage. Starts working over Dream's back a bit. Tries for his running forearm, hits a couple. Ends up just getting tossed in the cage a couple times. Marina comes down while Roddy's selling that. Puts a kendo stick in the ring.
That was cool.
We go to commercial. So if you could tell, picture in picture, what happened, Roddy lost the kendo stick basically right away. Can't capitalize on it. Dream gets it. Wails away on Roddy with it. Then eventually Roddy kicks Dreams off. Puts Dream on the top rope. This part was cool. He wedges his head in the space between the two walls of the cage in the corner. And then grabs his arm and starts pulling them behind him. That was neat. Later on, Dream hits Roderick Strong with a low blow as Roddy's trying to escape. Goes off the top. Roddy gets his feet up. Dream grabs him, puts on the stronghold. Roddy then reverses it to a stronghold of his own. Dream reverses that into a roll-up, gets a 2. Roddy finally gets the kendo stick, but Dream kicks him again. Grabs the stick. Strong kicks him back. Then he gets the kendo stick back and uses it to hit like a pump handle backbreaker.
Yeah.
That was neat.
That was cool.
Tries to climb the cage. Terrible idea because Dream comes from behind him, grabs him by the waist of his pants, and exposes his butt cheeks.
Okay. At this point, did the crowd start chanting asshole?
Uh-huh.
Did they actually see his beehole? Is that the point? Is that why they were doing that?
I don't know why else.
Oh, dear. That Full Sail crowd.
So they're brawling up on the top rope. Dream tries to escape, and then Strong hits an Olympic slam.
That was cool.
That was cool.
That was neat.
Later on, Dream hits a pair of DVDs, Dream Valley Drivers. Doesn't hit Roddy with DVDs. He climbs to the top of the cage. So he's standing there like he's going to deliver a Purple Rainmaker.
Yeah.
Undisputed Era, the rest of them come out ringside. So he gets down from
Keystone
there.
Cops, man.
And they're trying to get in the ring, and he's just fighting them off like he's not even sweating. It's so easy. They're such bumbling fools when they work together.
They are.
They
They're
book
a
him so
terrible
cartoonishly
team.
bad.
They're a terrible team, man.
And so while he's fighting everybody else off, Cole gets inside the cage. So Roderick's trying to escape through the door. Dream grabs him by the ankle, I think, and he's looking at Cole, looking at Strong.
Yeah.
Looking at Cole, looking at Strong, and decides, I'm going to worry about Cole, pushes Roddy out, locks the door. Like, I don't know why there was a padlock there. There's a
He locked it to the handcuffs.
Oh, handcuffs. Why makes even less sense. Why are there handcuffs there?
Were handcuffs used in a previous match?
Nope. They were just handcuffs.
Is that Dakota Kai thing?
Nope.
Maybe it was like the last time the steel cage was used.
Maybe, I don't know. Anyways, so Cole's in the cage, locked in there with Dream. So members of Undisputed were trying to get back in the cage. So they'd climb up the cage, and Dream would like throw Adam Cole into that person, knocking him off the cage.
Yeah.
It's like
it was like a bad video game.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Like they can't do anything together in Undisputed Era. They're so hapless.
They should have gotten on each other's shoulders.
I know. There you go. Yeah. Kyle on the bottom, Roddy on his shoulders, and then Roger could have climbed up them and got in the cage that way. It was just you watch it, you're like, how'd these guys ever accomplish anything in NXT? So he fights them off, and in between, like getting members of Undisputed Era away from the cage, he's laying shots at Adam Cole.
Yeah,
like he's just making the rounds.
Oh yeah.
I believe he hits Cole with the kendo stick, DVDs him on the chair.
That was rad.
Grabs the NXT title, holds it up. Because at this point, Roderick Strong's like in the Trio O, essentially.
Yeah, he can't get out of it.
He can't get out of it. And so he shoves the belt in Roddy's face and then clobbers Cole with it as he's getting up and then poses over Adam Cole with the title.
Yeah, he goes up to the top of the cage and has it up there too. So, yeah, there you go.
So we're definitely get Dream versus Cole in Tampa.
Yeah, the Undisputed Prophecy is finito, man.
It's coming to an end.
They're losing that.
They're on the way to SmackDown to get misused by Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah,
it seems to be there.
But then we'll get to drunkenly talk about how poorly they're used.
Yeah, I know.
So it's all good. Yeah, because we do our SmackDown reviews Friday night after SmackDown right here on the Twitch live and then on YouTube later. And of course, our audio podcast can be found. Let's answer some questions.
Yeah, let's answer some questions. Good idea. All
right, let's see here. Dom. Oh, dear. Non-Ruby related question for a change. What show are they building this Walter Balor match for? TakeOver Tampa or Dublin? I think it's TakeOver Tampa. That's my guess.
I would think so. I think they want to add another title match, seeing that the women's title is not going to be defended.
Apparently, the Mastiff matches just happen on regular TV.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. Alex Foster. So people have been sour on the past few NXTs, and one of those episodes, Kona got unfairly attacked by Keith Lee. Coincidence?
There you go. That's it.
Push Kona, and the quality of NXT will get better.
Alex says, no, I'm sorry. Wait. He points this out. This was actually funny. Swerve was so annoyed at Theory that he completely abandoned the person he was talking to.
Yeah.
That guy in the background was just standing there.
Yeah, no, that was great.
That was funny.
Ryan Armstrong, Power Rank. How funny Triple H thinks a steel cage keeps people from interfering in the matches. I find it funny that steel cage doesn't keep anybody out.
Yeah. The steel cage.
Or getting involved.
Yeah.
Wolfpack for life. When NXT male superstars could be moved to Raw and SmackDown after Mania, and will they be traded for a Raw or SmackDown superstar? No, they won't be traded.
They do trades now. That's how it goes. They're not going to do trades. They do trades. Look, it could be like they could be trading a superstar for a writer. We don't know how many people they could be trading backstage.
Camera operator.
Graphic designer.
Yeah.
For logos and stuff.
Wrestlers to be named later.
Alex also asked, in kayfabe, is Candace sick of Johnny? He seems to be doing something crazy every few weeks at this point. Yeah, there's definitely got to be. It's like somebody who incessantly complains about their job. It's like, if you just put your head down and do your job, you're not going to bring all this drama home. That's what I'm assuming it is.
Yeah.
Also, Johnny was referencing stuff. He's like, you don't know what I've seen. And I always think about the fact that they're all roommates. So, like, maybe, Ciampa did some really weird stuff as a roommate.
Could be. Could be. Maybe it's something like mundane, like Ciampa would always leave his dirty dishes in the sink.
Right, yeah.
Never wash them.
Yeah. Like, we have a really small kitchen sink. And it's only one, it's not the two.
And by the end of every day, Ciampa would always have all his dishes in there because he uses dishes for he uses a fresh dish for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't just use one dish and clean it when he's done. No. We don't have a dishwasher.
Yeah.
And so
I've suggested like paper plates, like sturdy ones.
And he says that's not responsible. That's bad for the environment.
Yeah. You don't know what I've seen, Mauro.
Shelby. So could the reason why NXT may be down at the moment be because they're not used to talent being there for over a year or two?
That could be.
They try to do most of their dream matches in 1 to 2 years because they lose them.
That's actually a very good point. That's a very good point.
David Proc, when we get NXT in Japan, what should they call it?
NXT Japan.
Yeah. Is NXT Japan good enough? Or should they try to come up with something else? No, it'll be NXT Japan.
NXT Gate.
NXT Japan.
New NXT Pro Wrestling. But do you think Tegan and Dakota could get into the women's title scene?
Or could it be Next Japan Pro Wrestling?
Oh, yeah, there you go. Next Japan Pro Wrestling. Do you think Tegan and Dakota can get into the women's title scene, kind of like how Gargano and Ciampa got into their NXT title scene during their feud? Yeah, sure. I just find it difficult to believe they'd take that title off of Rhea to put it in this feud. But I think it'd be cool.
Ryan Armstrong, Power Rank the best ideas to turn the phrase "fight forever" into a match style. The options he suggested: 60-minute Iron Man match, 30-minute Iron Man match, small battle royal, elimination gauntlet match, 2 out of 3 falls. What's the best way to have? I assume if it's just 2 guys, and you want them to fight forever, you got to have like an old school boxing match that can go 50 rounds. It's got to be a round situation.
Yeah. Is there any way you can like stipulate like catch as catch can rules, like no strikes? It's just mat wrestling and best 2 out of 3 falls, because that's how they used to do it. That's why wrestling became fake, because they would have these bouts that were 2 out of 3 falls
and last for hours,
because it was catches. So it was just 2 guys like
jockeying for position and trying to find leverage enough to dump someone on their back.
You see that clip of that, like, what was it, like a high school basketball game where they didn't have a shot clock? So it was just people standing around. It was like the DMV. but it's supposed to be a basket. It was like the final score was like 6-4.
Yeah, man.
That's horrible.
You take your time.
That's dumb.
Take your time. I guess in the classic wrestling sense, if you do something like a last man standing match,
Let me ask something.
that could be akin to fight forever until someone literally can't stand anymore.
If somebody was like, "Hey, man, do you want to?" Let's say one of your kids express an interest in basketball, and they're like, "Hey, we need a coach," and I know it's something you'd probably be into.
Yeah.
And they're like, "But there's no shot clock," and like the other coach is taking that approach, just hold on to the ball.
Yeah.
Would you advise that? Would you try to win based on the rules, or would you be like, hey, you know what? These are kids. We should be teaching them to like press the action, pressure defense.
Well, I would think just because it's more fun for the kids.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see when they're what? Give me an 8, like 10?
Yeah, sure.
Oh yeah. I'm like Doug Moe then.
Yeah, right.
Score as many points as you can.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
That's
too.
boring for the kids that are standing around and passing the ball around. That's dull.
There was some coach, I think it was a coach of some sort, that responded to that by saying, hey, you know, as a coach, you scout the other team, you figure out what they're going to do, and you respond accordingly to win the game. Meaning he was totally fine with them standing around doing nothing.
It's not fun for the kids.
The entire crowd was chanting pressure defense, pressure defense.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen a tragedy worse
than that. Here's the thing. If the other team plays slow pace, guess what that means? Conditioning's poor.
Mm-hmm.
Run.
Run. Yeah, exactly.
Showtime Lakers.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, was it like 20 minutes total game time? Yeah, my team's scoring 100 points minimum.
Yeah. Use some fouls. You know,
Yeah.
slap some people.
Run up there, get a shot. If you miss, fine. Rebound, get back, play defense. Get that ball back.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. That's just horrible.
Because what you're doing is you're giving yourself maximum number of possessions. You know the other team
If you're
is going to milk
coaching,
it.
if you're coaching like a 50-plus team, you know, like a bunch of old men, and like there's no shot clock, and they're taking that strategy, fine, whatever. They're old men. Who cares? But these are like kids, you know?
They want to run. They want to have fun.
Exactly.
Last thing that kids want to do is stand in one place for a long time.
That's called timeout.
Yeah, they don't want to be a timeout. They want to play.
I want to play a game of timeout.
No, they want to run. They want to have fun. Let them go run and have fun.
Oh.
Dylan Haggett. Would have been better if they saved Gargano versus Ciampa until they were on the main roster? No, because they wouldn't know what they would do with them on the main roster.
Man, they would not. They would have no. It'd be like it'd turn into a cuck angle.
Doc,
you don't know what I've seen. You don't know what I've seen.
Oh God. Doc Henslow. Wow, I thought I saw all the cage match scenarios in my head, but shout out to Nox versus Kai for adding a new wrinkle. What's your favorite cage match? Traditional cage match, not Hell in a Cell.
Or no war games.
No war games, no chamber matches. A traditional cage match. On Matt Chat, you mentioned Daniel Bryan and Bray Wyatt, their cage match.
That was a really good one.
That was good.
That was a really good one.
Bret Hart versus Owen Hart, that cage match is pretty solid.
Yeah, no, that's a great one. That's a classic. I'm just trying to think if there's any oddball answers or anything that really stuck with me. Because I know there's probably been a couple that I'm like, oh my God, this is great, but then I just don't remember it. Were any of the trio that Flair and Steamboat did, were any of those in cages? No, they weren't.
I don't believe so, no. What do you think about that? Logan Finterbush, since there was still interference in the Nox versus Kai cage match, could the next step be Hell in a Cell? No. Just bar Raquel Gonzalez from ringside.
Yeah. Or put her in a shark cage.
There you go.
That'd be cool.
There you
put
go.
Her in a shark cage.
James Fletcher, top 5 guys with the most potential who failed to live up to it in NXT.
Oh, wow. Okay. In NXT, top 5 guys or gals that failed to live up to their potential. This might be number 1, the hacker Solomon Crow. Because he's Sammy Callahan and he's terrific.
Could make the case for CJ Parker. He went and made something himself in New Japan.
All right. I'll put him at number 5 on my
Juice
personal
Robinson.
list. Yeah, okay. Obviously, Britt Baker. You know, I don't know if she ever actually signed with NXT.
No, she never did.
She did.
She never did.
But she was
had
there.
a match.
She was there. Well, they had Statlander's paperwork. Yeah, evidently,
and just didn't process it in a timely
didn't
fashion.
Process it. So yeah, those are some good names. I know there's some
like Candice right now. She has all the potential in the world to be a huge
Candice
star.
is on the list,
and they've done nothing with her.
They've really done nothing with her. Yeah,
they didn't really do anything with Kushida. Really, he shows up from time to time, has a good match.
I don't know what level what the agreement was between him and NXT when they brought him in was, Because if it was, hey, we're going to have you super involved in stuff, that dude should be pissed off.
Yeah, I know.
Big time.
Yeah.
But it might also be a situation where, I mean, he's been injured at least once. Has he been injured twice?
I think he hurt his wrist the one time. That's all I know.
His wrist, yeah. So, I don't know.
I can't remember where it was DDP talking about how, this was years ago, but I'm sure it's not that different, how a lot of the and this is just speculation on my part, how a lot of guys who came over from WCW, WWE had to get used to how WWE they would feed. Mm-hmm. You know, when the babyface make their comeback, you know, you get punched, you bump, you get up, and you do a circular pattern to get heat for the babyface. And you said WCW they didn't operate that way. If you got punched, you hit the mat and you sold that punch. They didn't feed that way, so a lot of guys in WCW had to get used to that WWE style of working.
I thought that's crazy. I thought that was universal. I thought that was like baked in. I thought that was like, you know.
It is baked into the WWE way of doing things, apparently. So I wonder if it's, I'm not saying it's that specifically.
I thought that was, you go to any wrestling school and they teach that.
Maybe not.
That's
maybe now they do because the goal is, but maybe not in the 90s.
That's interesting. That's really interesting.
So maybe that's it's not
Who
so
said
much.
that?
DDP.
Oh, DDP said that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's fascinating.
Or is related to I don't know. I was doing research for the 10th one that's going up this week about him and The Undertaker.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
I think either it was DDP or someone talked about it in relation to DDP and The Undertaker.
That's fascinating.
So I'm not saying it's that specifically, but maybe it's a stylistic thing or something in New Japan that worked in New Japan and how New Japan liked to do stuff in their matches that WWE doesn't do. And so they're trying to get him used to the WWE style of working.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility, I suppose.
I don't know
that's a possibility. I don't know. I mean,
but he can still do that while on TV.
It's incredibly possible that they just don't know. They don't have anything creatively.
It's entirely possible too, which is a bummer.
Mm-hmm.
Ollie B, did you guys get creeped out when Johnny Gargano was touching up Mauro's suit?
He was really close and really touching him up a lot. Yeah, that's what it was supposed to be though. But yeah, I was shoot uncomfortable.
Really?
I don't like even people. I don't even like looking at people invade personal space. I can't stand when people in my personal space, dude.
Thomas Dunnigan, does Finn versus Walter belong on Tampa or take over Dublin?
That's why like Thayer Tabata threw me off so much because he was like, no, he was backing away.
It was the opposite.
It was the opposite. I'm like, why are you trying to get out of my personal space?
He only did that for you. He didn't do that for me. I feel like it should be at Takeover Dublin because I think that'd be great for NXT UK.
Finn versus Walter?
Yeah.
Sure.
That being said, I think it probably will be at Tampa. Why not do both? Why not do one in Tampa, do one in Dublin?
Ooh, and then one at Mania, best of 3 series.
There you go. Patrick Sparks, is this the start of the lead to Velveteen Dream win the title in Tampa to take the top spot when Undisputed Era goes to SmackDown, or who goes, or does it go longer? Yeah, that's totally what it is. Dreams win that
if they
belt.
want to keep, I mean,
Undisputed Era's out the door. Senioritis for Undisputed Era.
I feel like they've had senioritis for a very long time.
I know.
For a very long time.
I know.
So I don't know. Yeah, it seems that way. It seems like there's going to be some turnover there. I get the feeling that Gargano's probably going to go to main roster too. Yeah, we'll see what happens with that.
Adrian C. We all love grizzled young veterans and Zach Gibson, but is it possible that he's too overbearing?
No.
He does all the talking.
Oh, man.
Bosses Drake around in the ring.
All that's great.
Not just in the ring.
All that's great.
And Drake kind of looks like a geek at times.
Yeah,
no, that's what works. It's perfect.
That's why it's perfect. That's why it's great. They have that as a running joke.
I feel like James Drake would lie down over a muddy puddle.
I know.
So Zach Gibson wouldn't get his shoes dirty.
Not just give him his jacket.
No,
he would
personally lay down in said puddle just so Zach Gibson doesn't have to get his shoes dirty.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. That's all good stuff. Anyways, I think that's it for the show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Oh, yeah, see, Wayne is with me on this one. He says, when people stand too close behind you in a queue. That's a British for a line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I'm like, stop breathing down my neck.
Well, if you can feel their breath, that's too close.
Yeah. But if you can, I don't like it. Anyways, thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We definitely appreciate it. Till next time, we'll talk to you later.
Goodbye.